A young pregnant woman from None district in Manipur died on 6th August, Thursday, after she was allegedly denied admission by 5 hospitals in Imphal. The women family members claim that all the hospitals visited by them on late Wednesday night and early Thursday morning said she cannot be admitted as doctors were not available. The State Health Department has constituted a committee to probe the matter and directed the probe panel to submit its report within a week. While Dr. T.H. Bhimo Singh, Director, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, said that the ill-fated incident took place when Jennings antenatal ward and the operation unit was under the sanitization and containment period when the lady arrived for the delivery.
It is a very, very unfortunate and heartbreaking, because when we are trying to save every possible life by all our healthcare workers, this incident took place.
He further clarified that 2 days ahead, a lady who had come for delivery was tested to be COVID-19 negative by TrueNat, was admitted and processed the delivery. However, the same patient's result of the COVID-19 from another hospital found to be positive. As a result, that very night, all the doctors and nurses deployed in the antenatal ward has been shifted to another places, and the ward was under the process of sanitization.
On this day, one of our patients was admitted for delivery, being TrueNat negative, but after finishing of the delivery, her RT-PCR report of positivity, which was done in another medical college, has come to us. So since RT-PCR is more reliable than TrueNat, we have taken the patient as COVID positive, and all the patients in the antenatal ward has to be shifted to the postnatal ward on that night. And not only this, the most important area of delivery room, that was also doing sanitization.
Speaking on the community transmission of the coronavirus disease in Manipur, Dr. Bhimo also said,
regarding the community transmission, though by definition epidemiologists claim that community transmission has not taken place, but on ground reality we are finding that many peoples without travel history, including pregnant ladies, are coming day by day for with COVID positive cases. We, all the healthcare workers and also the government of Manipur, should prepare with the aim that community transmission is very near or almost happening, and we should take appropriate precaution and the preventive measures.
The deceased, a 20-year-old Khanpat Lui Kame, wife of Roshan Balang of the Puichi village, died carrying an unborn child at the casualty entrance of Sija Hospital in the wee hours. Reacting to the incident, the State Health Department has constituted an inquiry committee to probe to ascertain the facts leading to the death of the pregnant lady. Additional Director, Medical Directorate, Dr. H. Babychan, and Deputy Director, Medical Directorate, Dr. H. Y. Premchand was appointed as the chairperson and member of the inquiry committee. The inquiry committee is to submit the report within a period of a week from August 6th. While Joseph Rongmei, president of All Tribal Rights Protection Forum Manipur, said that the deceased was refused to be treated at Jennings on the pretext that a patient tested positive at the obstetrics and the gynecology ward of the hospital. They informed that they no longer admit new patients due to the positive cases in the department and helplessly wandered from one hospital after another. From Jennings, the patient was taken to RIMS and then to Imphal Hospital, Raj Medicity and a private hospital, and among others. However, Khanpat Lui breathed her last at around 3 inside the campus of Sija Hospital on Thursday.
The state in this scenario is a kind of a scenario where the level of, well, people getting infected and everybody is under threat, the state should be extra alert. All of a sudden in Manipur, well, Two mothers have died along with their children because almost all the hospitals refuse to accept them for delivery. Now, where do the people go? So that means while trying to fight COVID-19, we have almost forgotten how to address the health and hygiene issues of the people.
While one more patient succumbed to COVID-19 in Manipur on Friday night, taking the total number of fatalities to 11. So far, as of Saturday morning, Manipur reported 3,466 COVID-19 cases, in which 1,530 are active cases and 1,926 infected persons have recovered and 11 deaths. Bureau Report. CL Dingzongpa, Financial and Economic Advisor to the Sikkim Government, Mahendra P. Lama, Chief Economic Advisor to the Sikkim Government, and Karma R. Bongpo, District Collector, as its members. V.B. Pathak, Additional Chief Secretary of the Finance Department, has been made the member secretary of the committee and already had meeting with all the stakeholders, and they are to submit their report within 1 month. But the committee failed to complete the report. The committee was formed on 13 May 2020. Pasang Sherpa, a political activist, alleged the Economic Revival Committee has not prepared the report till date and questioned, unless they prepare economic report, how can they assess the loss and seeks moratorium?
This COVID situation, this economic situation will be so bad that we will have two options. Either we completely become servant or the slave, or we become the owner. So we have to see the apprehensions are there, but we are also giving the government the time for them to compile their report. So we are waiting for the report to come and see like which are the areas they have covered and which are the area they have left out. So accordingly, once the report is published, then apprehension also becomes public, because whichever area is not covered, whichever sector or the law or the policy is not covered, will come to the public domain. Then it will be easy for us also to comment.
Sherpa believes that the battle against coronavirus should not be politicized and hopes that the economic report has covered all aspects of the issues in regards to the economy. If not, will come up with a comprehensive report on socio-economic revivals and suggestions.
Certain central budgets has been cut off, and GST compensation, we did not get any compensation from the central government. And another problem is Chief Minister of Sikkim, he himself declared that he just got 16 crores for the entire COVID situation. So what he shows is like we have not been able to convince the central government, we have not been able to negotiate our way through with the central government as far as economic revival is concerned. So I hope all these issues from Companies Act to the GST to whatever issues we are facing in terms of economy, all these aspects have been covered. I hope so that the government has done that. If not, then that we also will come up with our own report.
Meanwhile, Naveen Kiran Pradhan, Vice Convener, Sikkim Subject Committee, said,
The Economic Revival Committee is powerless, and we hope nothing from the Economic Revival Committee. From the day one, my statement was that a large section of population of Sikkim, they are finding it very hard after so many months of lockdown. They are finding very hard to survive and live a livelihood. My statement even now would be it's a total failure, and we hope nothing from Economic Revival Committee, and this kind of committee should be immediately disbanded and this must be withdrawn.
Earlier, to revive the state's economy, which have been dented by the COVID-19 pandemic, political parties of Sikkim submitted Memorandum of Suggestions to Economic Revival Committee at Gangtok on 9 June. Member of Sikkim Democratic Front Party met Economic Revival Committee and submitted a 32-point memorandum with major focus in agriculture and rural citizens. Meanwhile, Hamro Sikkim Party's delegation submitted a memorandum with a focus on health system. With Deepa Gurung, Gangtok. The government of Tripura has decided not to continue the ongoing lockdown, and there will be no more lockdown in the state from Tuesday, August 4th. Tripura Chief Secretary Manoj Kumar on Monday issued a notice where he mentioned that there will be no more lockdown in the state from 5 a.m. on Tuesday. However, he made it clear that the lockdown measures will continue in the containment zones. Tripura have been under lockdown since 5 a.m. on July 27th. Initially, the government on July 26 declared lockdown for 3 days, and the government again extended the lockdown till 5 a.m. on August 4th. Earlier, one-day complete lockdown was imposed in Tripura on July 5. Tripura government has announced Unlock 1 outside the containment zones across Tripura from 5 a.m. on August 4th to 5 a.m. on August 11th. Cinema halls, auditorium, bars, shopping malls and swimming pools will remain closed. All political, religious and social gathering will also remain suspended. The inter-district and state transport services shall remain suspended as well. All educational, research and coaching institutes shall remain closed. However, online and distant learning will continue. Night curfew will be imposed till August 31 from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. While Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb has tested COVID-19 negative, his test result came on Tuesday morning and it showed a negative. The Chief Minister informed this on his official Twitter handle. He also informed that the next 7 days he will be under home quarantine and will follow other guidelines and will work from home. Earlier on Monday night, 2 family members of Deb tested COVID-19 positive. After that, the Chief Minister have been in home isolation. His other family members were also found negative. So far, as of Tuesday morning, Tripura registered 5,499 COVID-19 positive cases for the virus with 28 deaths, 1,798 active cases with 3,673 cured cases. Bureau Report. Lingpui Airport will remain open during the extended partial lockdown. The new guidelines also allows inter-district and intra-state movement for commercial and private vehicles. Business shops and commercial activities will function normally with strict adherence to social distancing. All educational institution and coaching institute will remain closed. However, training institute under the central and state government will be allowed to open with strict adherence to the SOP issued by the center on July 3rd. Though religious congregation and other large social gatherings are continued to be prohibited, church devotion, marriage ceremony, funerals were allowed with a maximum attendee of 50 people. Gymnasium will be open from August 5. Night curfew will be imposed in all the district headquarters between 8:30 p.m. and 4:30 a.m. Assembly of more than 5 people is prohibited in all district headquarters. Bureau Report. An Air India Express flight carrying 190 people, including 2 pilots, crashed while landing at the Kozhikode airport in Kerala on Friday night. 18 people were killed and scores injured when the Air India Express flight from Dubai overshot the tabletop runway in Kozhikode airport in Kerala while landing in a heavy rains and fell into a valley 35 feet below and broke into 2 portions. The pilot in command, Captain Deepak Sathe, and his co-pilot Akhilesh Kumar were among those who died, police and airline officials said. India recorded more than 60,000 coronavirus cases for the second straight day on Saturday as 61,537 new infections were reported in the last 24 hours, taking the overall case count to 20.88 lakh according to the Health Ministry data. The death toll in the country increased to 42,518 as 933 deaths were reported in the last one day, while the test, track, treat effective implementation by the centre and the state union territory have ensured that India has one of the lowest COVID-19 cases and deaths per million population compared to several other countries, the government said. Former Jammu and Kashmir LG Girish Chandra Murmu took oath as the new Comptroller Auditor General of India at Rashtrapati Bhavan on August 8. President Ramnath Kovind administered the oath of office and secrecy to the new CAG GC Murmu. Earlier on August 6, President Kovind appointed Murmu as the new Comptroller Auditor General of India a day after he stepped down from the Lieutenant Governor of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Murmu succeeded Rajiv Merishi, a 1978 batch IS officer of the Rajasthan cadre who completes his term on August 7th. asserting that the National Education Policy 2020 brought in by his government was free from any bias or inclination. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday strongly backed initiatives like using the mother tongue as the medium of instruction in schools and in the much-awaited reform. Addressing senior educationists in the conclave on the transformational reforms in higher education organized by the HRD Ministry and the UGC, PM Modi said rather than effect changes in the teaching-learning system, the new policy could even lead to changing the way the society thinks. Prime Minister also said that he is fully committed to the NEP and assured that it will be implemented fully. The Enforcement Directorate on Friday questioned actor Rhea Chakraborty for over 8 hours in connections with the money laundering probe involving the death of the Bollywood actor Sushant Singh Rajput. The ED official said that she was asked about the details of movable and immovable properties, business and companies in which she and her family members are stakeholders. Rhea Chakraborty in her statement to the ED said that she has never siphoned off any money from Sushant Singh Rajput and that she paid for everything from her own income. The constructions of the Grand Ram Temple will change the economy of the region by creating new opportunities and providing jobs for the people living there, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi after performing the groundbreaking Bhumi Pujan for Ram Mandir in Ayodhya on August 5. The Prime Minister added that the centuries-long wait was over now and that Ram Temple belongs to everyone and remains in the heart of all. Asserting that a new era of development has begun with the construction of Ram Temple in Ayodhya, Modi said, "Whenever we have embraced the name of Ram Temple, there has been development." Two youths from Manipur have made it to the list of the successful candidates of the Civil Service Exam 2019, the results of which were announced by the Union Public Service Commission on August 4th. Nongjai Muhammad Ali Akram Shah of Khargaon Nongjai Lekai of Khetrgaon from Imphal East District secured 188 ranks, while Parikshit Thaudam of Uripok Chairap Maning from Imphal West District stood at 373 rankings. Ali Akram Shah studied his BTech in Computer Science from National Institute Technology Manipur and Thaudam studied his Basic Science and Master Science course from the IISER Bhopal. Parikshit Thaudam, who cracked the prestigious Civil Service Exam 2019, who is an alumnus of the Sainik School in Imphal, hasn't sunk in over his achievement as the result came through somehow as an expected gift. This was his second attempt.
I am satisfied, no doubt, because I had not expected that I would get such a good rank given the kind of preparation I had done. I had even enrolled for coaching classes because this is the second attempt. My preparation has been mostly on my own, and yeah, I did enroll for a lot of test series, especially mains test series and optional test papers. I did enroll, but I haven't enrolled for online classes. So after I wrote my mains, I thought that I have to sit down. I have to now start classes because I thought my performance was not so good. What I have learned from this entire experience is that we have to believe in what we do. We have to believe in the kind of effort we put in.
Born to an educationist family, Parikshit felt that one's goal should not be in terms of time, but it should be in terms of topic which have been covered or studied. The young lad from Manipur also gave out some very relevant tips for aspirants preparing for the CSE exam and techniques on approach balancing for the 3 stages.
I would recommend that please be curious, try to learn about different social issues, different national, state, even in your own locality, what are the issues. Try to get know of these issues, try to know these issues, that try to come up with solutions if possible, and what are the steps that the government has taken, things like that. That analytical approach has to be there, and curiosity first of all has to be there. And I think if this is there, then I think it's very easy to clear the exam.
Parikshit father Thaudam Somarendra Singh works as a physical education teacher at JNV in Kohima, Nagaland, and his mother Sagolsem Premabati Devi is a principal of Manipur Public School in Imphal. While Nongjai Muhammad Ali Akram Shah from Imphal East District secured the 188th ranked, and Akram's elder sister Firoza Shah and mother Safina Begum also expressed their overwhelming happiness over his success. Totally 11 candidates from Northeast India had successfully cleared the 2019 Civil Services examination. From Assam, 5 candidates made it to the list, 2 each from Manipur and Sikkim and 1 each from Tripura and Nagaland. Assam's Aranyak Saikia, son of former Assam DGP Kuladhar Saikia, secured 59 rank. Sejal Agarwal 112th, Nebadita Datta rank 697, Tapan Deka rank 766 and Kishore Sutradhar rank 784. From Manipur, Nongjae Muhammad Ali Akram Shah from Imphal East District secured the 188th rank and Parikshit Thaudam from Imphal West District rank 373. Sikkim, Yangcheng Doma Bhutia secured 677th position. Zendeng Lingzerpa secured 794th position. In Nagaland, Richard Yangthang of Lakuti village under Wokha district secured 133rd position. And Tripura Dhimand Chakma, resident of Kanchanpur subdivision under North Tripura district, secured 722nd position. While after 13 years of wait for Nagaland, Richard Yangthang brought laurels to the state by cracking the premier UPSC exam 2019 by securing 133rd rank. UPSC Prelims 2020 had been delayed due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The IAS Prelims 2020, which were scheduled for March 31, are to be conducted on October 4th next. This year, Pradeep Singh topped the civil service exam, followed by Jatin Kishore and Pratibha Verma. Bureau Report.